up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mike, 44. Here we go.
9 Hines, his first carry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's bring it.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. TJ Logan, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give, right side. Hines able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Ready. 15 on it.
Now it's Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They run with Logan. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Ready. 8, read. Stay with your man. Hey, high 7.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll look to set up his blockers. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
70, Indy. Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Hey, we got 3, three down.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike 2.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrison. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. This is Hines. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Brissett. He's going to go for a big play down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Tighten down. There you go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They'll score that a 36. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a
touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
On the ready.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And Tate's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
60 out long.
On first down, Stanley. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Now.
From the gun, Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He finds his running back, Mixon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Go. Hey! Hey, Charlie!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal of the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And it's a fumble, and the Colts pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On second down, it's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
To throw is Brissett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing to start the drive. Stanley. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Stanley. He completes it to Tate. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stanley. It's brought in left side by Tate. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up
60 outlaw.
Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
On 3rd down, Stanley. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Darius Leonard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They begin the drive with Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run on first down. Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Ready, set. Mike 2. Hey, echo. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. All day, punk. Now. It's a party now. It's a party now. Get it.
From the gun, Stanley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked it to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Brissett sets to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
To throw on 3rd down. Stanley lets it fly for Thielen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hines. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 35 yards that time on the punt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on second down. Minshew.
Go. 90 Wolf. Rock it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Minshew, 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 58, right there.
Hey, my 7.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Look at me. Go. Let's go. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Stanley's pass, intended for DJ Chark, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Stanley. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with